Welcome. Today I will be trying to survive 100 days. In that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I'm going to be fighting every boss in the game, becoming a demon lord, and bonus boss. So I hope y'all stay tuned for that. Now, off rip, as soon as I spawned in, I had to murk myself. That's how you start the mod. When I got reincarnated, I got Predator, so I was already feeling like the main character.
Okay.
After that, I might as well be a slime because that's how the anime went. So I chose slime as my race, and from there, I started exploring on my first day. Now immediately, as soon as I started traveling or exploring just a little bit, I saw a goblin village and it was on fire. So my main character instincts, they activated. I was like, what do? I gotta put the fire out. So I start putting the fire out. Come to find out, I don't think there's any goblins in this village. They all like dipped. So there was no reason for me to do such a thing, so yeah. Now, after that, I'd already had a game plan of what I wanted to do. The first boss I wanted to fight would be Ifrit. He's a fire spirit, so I was like, I need to get skills that would help me with that. And with the skill Predator, it allows you to consume things, one of those being water. So what I did for the first day is I ate water.
I can't say nothing. This dude is snapping right now.
I ate it until I learned water manipulation. I sat there and ate water until I got water manipulation, so I would not die immediately to things that would kill me. I also found a dire wolf, so I did what any normal person would do in my situation. I tried to tame it. So I came up with a name. I tried to name him, and I found out I didn't have enough magicules. So yeah, I ended up having to leave him there. On day 2, I had my friend join up so I could get a little bit of help, because as you'll see later on, some of these bosses beat the brakes off of me. Like, I need the help, so I'm glad they joined in. I also found a slime in the forest. I thought he was friendly at first, and then he started beating my health! Yeah, I had to get out of there immediately. Luckily, the iron golem from the village came to help, and his attacks are doing nothing. The attacks are completely... He is unfazed. So yeah, we about had to leave the village. Alright, okay, alright. The iron golem's got it. We can rest easy. He's not doing shit to him. He is not doing... Alright, go to sleep. Alright, day 2 is a bust. We can't do nothing. On day 3, all we really did was do some normal mining, build up some resources, build up the arsenal. And I actually thought it was going to be a 2-man team, but I found out I got my ankles reshaping when my friend dipped on me.
You bitch!
Well, I found it.
Why are you giving me this?
I found it in the... Alright, you want the wooden one? You want the wooden pickaxe?
That's better than this.
Why
shit.
is it better than that?
Fucking silk touch?
Why is it wooden pickaxe? Already? Where did you go? You need to be...
I went to grab wood.
Yo, I turn around and you're gone. Where did you go? On day 4, I continued mining and I actually found some magic crystals. Ooh, magic crystals. And lava as well, which I could then eat because I need fire resistance if I want to have even the slightest minuscule chance of beating Ifrit. Eating a lot of lava though proved to be a lot more of a tedious task than I originally thought. This shit not gonna work. This shit is not gonna work. This shit not gonna work. I also found some diamonds, so I went ahead and ate those. On day 5, I almost lost my life today trying to fight an otherworlder, and he proved to be very difficult. So I just hopped on a tree and started hitting him with the water blades that I learned how to use because I ate a whole bunch of water on day 1, and this saved my life. So yeah, I was able to defeat the otherworlder. And don't worry about that black stuff that comes to me once I kill a mob. That's for the morph mod, so I could look like a slime. But more on that later. You don't gotta worry about that right now. On day 6, nothing really happened. I just did a little bit more mining, crafted some diamond gear. I did want to achieve some more skills, so what I did was on that night, I went to go kill creepers, and that's when I finally got black lightning. And with this, I would be able to do moderate damage, not really that much, because my magicules was kind of low. So yeah. On day 7, I opted to eat some more lava, so that way I would be able to increase my progress towards getting some fire resistance type skills. I also got jumped by an otherworlder, but I don't even know if you could call it that, because it was only one of him, so he basically just beat the brakes out of me, because I lost badly, so... I did end up finding a desert temple though, so I went to explore that. I was able to get a golden apple, so hopefully that'll help me to not get folded. On day 8, we found out that vampires take fall damage.
You didn't see that. You
How
did not see
How
that.
do you fall from a high place if you're a vampire?
I was trying to eat. I didn't realize it would kick me out of bat form.
We also thought it might be a good idea to find a better place to live, so we started traveling and looking for a different place to stay. I ate some more lava on this day as well. As it started getting late, we were about to go to sleep, but that's when I saw a demon portal, which I assume is a portal to the demon world, and like any sane person, I did not enter it. I don't know what you expected would happen, but I would not go in. I don't know about you, but that's something I would not do. On day 9, I woke up to get bodied, bro. Like, I'm talking about he beat the dog. We lost, but we came back. After we won, I was able to get noxious breath, which means if I breathed on people, they would get sick. Wait a minute. I almost lost my life again today when we ran into a gang of
Bro, what the fuck what did you just say?
into an army of orcs.
I'm sorry, horse.
Oh, yeah, these guys aren't evil. These ones are. Hey. So yeah, we almost died. On day 10, I ate some more lava, which was scrumptious if I might add. And not only that, but one of my friends was able to find the Charybdis cave. Charybdis cave. So we got Charybdis. What was his name, bro? Why would you break it like? Oh, Charybdis. That's what it is. Yep. We found this. So.
Oh, Charybdis.
Yeah, Charybdis. Yeah. So you know we can't fight him yet, right? You seen what happened in that episode, right? Yeah, we can't fight him. We can't. I'ma hold on to this in my stomach, and we're gonna fight him once we're ready. We gon' this is probably gonna be the final boss. That's funny, we found the final boss last. I lied, he was not the final boss. The final boss is a bonus boss, which you will see if you keep watching till the end. So go ahead and do that for me, yeah? Cool. We also ran into a goblin village, in which I was able to get my first subordinate. They're not gonna mess with me now that I got Goblicky with me. Goblicky died. As I was getting closer to night, I wanted to get a little bit more lava in real quick, eat a little bit more, and as it turned out, this was the last bit I needed. I finally got fire manipulation, so now I was finally able to fight Ifrit. I was prepared for that battle, although it actually proved very difficult to actually find this mob that I could. I also killed a centipede and got paralysis breath. On days 11 through 21, I started building a house, and it took a while because I'm not good at building houses. Like I kept building it, and I was like, this shit look garbage. So I tore it down, built it again, but I ended up building the exact same thing because I don't know how to build. So I just left it at that, and you'll see the final product. It's pretty bad. On day 22, I actually finished building the house as well as I got an orc subordinate. That man must have had instant transmission or something though, because I don't know how he got in the house before me. Now, day 23, that's crazy. On this day, I actually figured out, a good bread and butter combo. I hit him with the paralysis breath, then strike him with the lightning. Boom. Although that does use a lot of magicules, so I end up just using paralysis breath, then beating the dog shit out of them with a sword or axe or whatever I can get my hands on. I also randomly ran into Orc Disaster, so I was like, you know what? I know I'm not that strong, but let me just see what I can do. And then it went sideways real quick. Hell no, bro, what? What? Huh? Okay, alright, nah. Alright, y'all, alright, okay, why is there two of them? What? Alright, we fight this one. This one ain't got no homies. We're gonna try this one. Your reign of tyranny is over. Alright? Y'all hit who? Alright. Clearly, I needed to train and raise my magicules up a little bit more. So on day 24, I actually found a pillager outpost, so I started folding them as one should do. I also tried to fight a spider and got my face fragmented, so I'm not going to attempt that again. On day 25, I didn't really do much. I just kind of wandered around because I was looking for something specific. And on day 26, I found what it was. It was the spirit labyrinth. So, of course, I went in there and immediately got boxed. Huh? Whoa. You trying to... What? Nah, I didn't want to go out like that. So what did I do on day 27? I went back to fight him. And that did not go how I wanted it. It did not go as planned. He kills me again and again and again. On day 28, all I did was a little bit more mining just so I could prepare for more upcoming battles so I'd be a little bit stronger for those. On day 29 though, I was ready to get my revenge, so I pulled up to the labyrinth, but this time I brought help with my friend who's a vampire, so we should have a easier time fighting the guardian, right?
Oh shit! I'll scratch you my back. Oh.
Use paralysis, bro, I told you. Yeah, we got our ankles readjusted after that fight. Also, an otherworlder tried to jump me outside the labyrinth, but luckily for me, I had the power of, I don't know how I was able, yeah, so, yeah, I got lucky on this fight, but yeah, I got him though, so we're good. Now, as it was getting closer to night, I was gonna go head to sleep, but I found another otherworlder, so what I did, I folded him. And after I did that, I got the severing skill, and the way the skill works, it is excellent for any encounter that I will have this moment on. Because the way it works is basically if I hit somebody, they can only heal from it with a very specific way. So it's the only real feasible way to heal from it is to also have Predator. So then you can turn it onto yourself and eat the status effect. Otherwise, you're basically just going to be stuck at the amount of hearts you're at when I hit you. And because there's not really any other mobs in the mod that have Predator, I essentially shut up. On day 31, we run into some trouble. We end up meeting the actual final bonus boss that we will be fighting at the end of this 100 days. Oh man,
there she is.
Is dead. Where is she?
Over there.
Bro, why is he not a Sakaguchi? But yeah, we can't fight her anyway, so yeah. What the hell is that direwolf trying to chase a skeleton? And the skeleton's running from it? Oh shit. Oh, she got an anti-magic build up. Oh shit. Nope. Nah, she got an anti-magic field. We cannot fight her. Bro, the main character could not fight her the first time he met her. We are not, huh? We're not fighting her. Nope, gone. The house, gone. We don't live here no more. We don't live here no more. She knows where we live. We're gone. After that encounter, we kind of just ran a little bit and tried to, decompress and figure out what to do to move on from this point on, since we kept getting folded. On day 32, I still wanted my rematch, so I went back for like the third or fourth time to fight the Guardian again. And once again, he took my ankles and twisted them into a pretzel formation. So yeah, it didn't work out well. And after a couple more losses, it started to hit nighttime, so I just went to sleep and let it move on to the next day. But on day 33, finally, I could then look. I was able to find a slime and fold him, and then I became one of my brethren. On day 34, the recording didn't pick it up, but I did get the Berserker skill, which doesn't really become useful until a little later based on how it works. The way it works is that you need to have a large amount of human kills to get increased buffs, and the kills don't start counting until you actually get the skill. So currently, it's not going to do much for me. My other skills would do me much better in battles. I also wanted to get more skills, so I was in a village and I just started hitting the villagers with lightning, because if I kill a witch, I have a chance of getting the magic sense skill, which it just gives me night vision. So it don't really make me stronger, but shit, I like being able to see, so that helps a little bit, I think. I like to think so. I also found out today one of my greatest enemies as a slime is doorways. On day 35, I wanted to mine a little bit, get a little bit more resources so I could once again fight this Guardian Protector and finally beat him. And I ended up getting a skill called Traveler, which essentially lets you go into you get to move through space and things won't see you unless you run into them, which I find out if I didn't have some other skills beforehand, it would have been real ugly. Essentially with this Traveler skill, you get to like kind of jangle it a little bit. Like you can kind of like, if you hit a block at the right angle, like a certain angle, you can kind of see through that block and look and see other blocks. So it's real good for mining, and it's a skill in the mod, so you're not breaking any rules. So I'm just saying that right now. You're not. That right there, you saw that, right? So as you can see, I flew into a freaking bat, and it threw me out of the little spatial move mode. And if I didn't have a fire resistance that I got in the earlier days, I would have fell in the lava. I would have died right there. So you gotta have some of these, their synergy. I would have died, alright? So let's move on. On day 36, I was able to make an enchanted crafting table, and with that, I was able to make the blade that Benimaru uses, Crimson Lotus Edge. And with this blade, it do quite a bit of damage, so this was a good idea, if I do say so myself. I also made a reinforced anvil, but unfortunately I did not have the right skills to use it, so it was completely useless for me. Now today was the day where I finally get my revenge. I went back and by Jolly, what? By what? I swore I would fight the Spirit Protector Colossus and beat him on this day. So I went in there, and I went in there solo dolo, and I did what I needed to do. At first, he started beating the brakes off of me. But as I baited him, I let him hit me a couple times on purpose, not really. He was really folding me for a second there. But what I did was I didn't do anything. He just randomly decided to hit me, and now I'm up here for some reason. So I started running to not get hit again. And then he hit me off, but by then it was too late because my health had refilled, and now I folded him. I lied, but when I went back, I folded him. After I finally beat him, I had to take a moment to really set, because he you know how many times I died? You don't, but like he did. He finally, I caught it. Let's move on. We did it. This first boss checked off. Now after I beat him, I had a chance to get a spirit, but that's only if when you reincarnate you get chosen by one, and I unfortunately was not chosen by a spirit. I was there for a cool minute, and none of them came to me, so I was like, damn. But I'm gonna come back later. Alright, I promise you that. We're gonna be back here later, so stay tuned, because we gonna get a spirit. That I promise you. Day 37 was crazy, I shit you not, alright? I was in the bed sleeping. Me, and my friend outside, boxing siege away, spawned Ifrit, so I had to pull up outside, because you know that's one of the bosses I need to fight. I had to go help him. What am I gonna do, let him die? I did let him die a couple times, but that's because he ain't got fire resistance like me. Now apparently that berserker skill came in clutch, because I beat the dog shit out of him. Like, I'm talking about he was not doing nothing to me. Even though I have fire manipulation, it's still Ifrit. He's still strong. But I guess I'm built different nowadays, so I beat him, and you see what happened. After the fight was over, I got a couple skills from that. Some of which I didn't realize I had, because you know one of them is like a fire sprint ability, where if you sprint, you light things on fire under you. And I was like, I started running, and shit was getting lit on fire. I was like, yo, why is there fire? And I started putting it out, and then I started running again, and I kept lighting things on fire. And I was like, why is this on fire? Why is it doing that? And I kept doing it, and then I actually looked at my skills, and I saw it, and I turned it off, because I didn't want to light stuff on fire where I walk. You know, let's move on to the next day. We finished this. We got Ifrit. Now on day 38, I started to get a little overconfident, and I kind of wanted to fight Orc Disaster, so I went to go look for him. I didn't find him on this day, but I did find another Shizue, and there are more skills I am able to get, you know, from those boss fights. So I say, you know what? Let me fight him again. I beat her the first time, so it shouldn't be hard the second time, right? I started boxing him. He got in one good hit, all right? One good hit. It's all it takes is one. But after that, I went back, I proceeded to box him. And from this, I was able to get Degenerate and Black Flame. And woo, boy, I tell you, boy, that Black Flame, boy, it's so helpful. And Degenerate is another skill I needed to, you know what I'm saying, I needed that for going back to the spirit thing. I need that. It's one of the things I need. With Black Flame, I'm able to transform it to make it Hell Flare. So I'm built like my boy Benimaru, and this is basically one of my main skills from this point on, because it's just so good. After that battle, I went to go sleep it off so we could actually, you know, do what I actually came around this area for, which was to fight Orc Disaster on day 39. So day 39 rolled around, and this day was strictly dedicated to fighting and killing Orc Disaster. We ended up fighting him, but we had to wait a little bit for it to get a little darker, because my friend is a vampire, and for him to do damage, we kind of needed it to be a little darker towards night. So it's still day 39, or I should say the night of day 39, that we fight Orc Disaster. We also ran into another world right before Orc Disaster, but we made light work excuse me, I made light work of him. Now let me tell you the problem with fighting with other having help. You end up, half of the deaths for this battle was friendly fire. So you just gotta, when you have, don't play with others. That's what all I'm gonna say for that. Although I will say I only won this fight because I had help. And I tell you, we got super lucky that I do the most damage, and my friend distracted him, and he was a vampire who can fly. So Orc Disaster was hell-bent on trying to fold him, and while he was doing that, I was biting at his ankles, getting these little chip damage.
Locked onto right now.
Are you moving right now?
Yeah.
You, stop it, because he runs fast. And with that, we were able to successfully defeat Orc Disaster. I got my Demon Lord seed, and I got Gluttony. So I got a Sin Series ability. So we are looking good right now. We are doing excellent, moving at a great pace. Hey man, on day 40, I was feeling like the main character, so I pulled a Rimuru. And on one of my orc subordinates that I had, I used Gluttony to receive the skills that he had, and I was able to get Earth Manipulation. Mind you, I never used this ability, not one time after I got it, but I still got it. It was nice to have. Alright, I'm just letting you know I did not use it whatsoever. And also, since I had the Demon Lord seed, I kind of started just trying to farm souls from this point on and try to get stronger. On day 41, I also tried it to see what would happen if I used it on my friend. My friend had an ability called Musician, so I'm thinking, you know, let me use Gluttony, let me get him low a little bit, or let me rough him up, let me see if I can steal that bit. And I did, and I grabbed it. So I stole Musician from him. Not really stole, because he still has it. You know, we're not like that over here. But yeah, I was able to get it, and I also hunted more souls on day 41. Now on day 42, while I was hunting souls, I tried the unspeakable. I was in my head because of all the battles I've had up till now. I thought I had a chance. I really thought I had a chance to fight Hinata, right? So I tried. She hasn't put up a thing yet. That shit is up. That shit is up. It's over. Yeah, that shit's over. She put Wither on me. Yo, biggest problem was that even if I was strong enough to fight her, this is the crazy part, even if I was strong enough, I still would lose. Because she has a special weapon called Dead End Rainbow, and if y'all watch the anime, y'all know that if you get hit 7 times, you're gonna die. So there's nothing I couldn't do anything. I was gonna die every time. So I decided to leave that alone until the damn end of the 100 days. Because that is trouble. Now on day 43, while I was hunting souls, like a dummy, I had the smooth idea that maybe this time I might have a chance against Hinata, who the day before beat the brakes out of me just because she had a smidgen of health out of her health bar. I thought, you know what? I think I got it this time. I didn't. I really wanted to get stronger, so starting from day 44 all the way to day 56, I started collecting souls. Mind you, I did not finish collecting them. It takes so long because it has to be humanoid creatures, so like villagers, pillagers, stuff like that. And I didn't know any like good farming methods, so I just had to actually find the villages, and they did not want to spawn. So it took forever to get these souls. But on day 56, this is probably my favorite day throughout the whole playthrough. I just found this like nice little lizard man settlement, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking through, and I just really like the design. It's like a little tree. You know, that's the little entrance. You walk in. It's a bunch of them, too. It's like they really just in there chilling. They got some hay. They got some food in the barrels. And it's just, I like the aesthetic. So this was probably my favorite day. I found this. I didn't know this was in the mod. So I enjoyed this a lot. So that's what happened on day 56. And after, you know, I made some friends, I went back to collecting souls. And it wasn't until day 73 where I was finally able to get that last soul I needed to hit the big 10,000. And then my screen became all weird and stuff to let me know I need to be a demon lord. So I went home so I could go ahead and look at the sunset while I became a demon lord. It took a little bit, but after I got it, the amount of become so strong now. Like the amount of hearts I got from being a demon lord, the abilities, the amount of health, the regen. I got great sage with me, so that's a main character skill right there. I got spatial travel, which I never used because I had a skill that basically did that. But that's beside the point. I'm super strong. I'm a demon lord, so yeah, I can really do some stuff now. I even thought about holding my own Walpurgis since I'm a demon lord now. Then I remembered I was the only one, so there was no point in me doing that. Now on day 74, I remembered that I had a whole boss in my stomach. I had Charybdis. Charybdis. So, because I had gotten the skill Degenerate earlier from fighting Shizue the second time, I wanted to see if I might be able to get some power from the Charybdis core, so I attempted to do that. On the first try it failed, but I regenerated those hearts right back since I'm a Demon Lord, so I didn't really think anything of it. It was after my screen got dark on the second try, that is when I started to fear for my life, because I didn't know what was going to happen if I tried it the third time and it failed. I was a bit perplexed and flabbergasted at the audacity that this core had, that it would not be accepted by me. So I was just there staring at the air for a couple seconds, trying to figure out what happened. And then it worked on the third try, and the core got destroyed. And my original thinking was I would absorb some power from it and it would still be there, so I could still fight it, and then it just disappeared, and I still wanted to fight it, so I had to go find another one, which took a while, which apparently took, alright, right here. On day 80 is when I was able to find another core. So I found the core, and I bring it to a village, because that's how you get it to, activate. You just place it down, and you gotta get a villager to essentially walk into it. So it took me like 30 seconds to get a villager to walk into it, and it just didn't work. I had to wait for someone to actually do it naturally. Once that happened, an explosion happened, which threw me off. I didn't expect that, but after that, I just waited. And then Charybdis finally spawned while I was going through my inventory, and a freaking shark just flew in my screen. So the battle started, and I was just a little bit flabbergasted, because I was trying to fight sharks and Charybdis at the same time, and my flight was a little bit wonky. I kind of had to go fly forward and then hit a 360 U-turn to come backwards to go and hit him. And bro, when I tell you, I would have died several times if I wasn't a Demon Lord, because me and him, we was neck and neck. Like, I was hitting him, he was healing, he was hitting me, I was healing. Nobody was doing any damage to anybody. And he just kept throwing the sharks out, but I felt like a main character, because every time he threw the sharks out, I had Gluttony with me, I just ate the sharks. And then he tried to throw the scales at me, and I remember back to the anime, I was like, wait a minute, I watched the anime, I know how to deal with this. I ate the scales with Gluttony. So he really had no good means of attack except him just headbutting me, and that was it. And I had no good means of attacking because he kept healing and flying. The flying, it was I could fly, he could fly, and the flying was, I couldn't fight him when he could, because this was not a good fight. It took 2 days. It was a tough battle, not really, but it just went on for a very long time. And he was just so big, and a lot of my abilities kind of just bounced off of him. So it got to a point where I just had to swing on him. I was just swinging on him. And I sort of kind of got lucky, because I got into a similar situation as Orc Disaster, where he kind of started embedding himself towards the ground, which was going to fix that flight problem, and I could just swing on him. And I mean really swing on him, like my sword broke. So it was all hands I had to give him. I had to give him all hands. And I spammed the hell out of Hellflare. You see what alright. Yeah, I used a whole bunch of Hellflares, and I punched him a lot. And then I was finally able to kill him. I didn't really get anything from him because I already, absorbed the core. But I still wanted to fight him and get that satisfaction. After that, I went to go get some well-deserved rest. I went back home and just kind of, settled down, got my resources back together. And then I went back to the same area on make sure I didn't miss anything. And I shit you not, Shizue was there. Right there. So I took that chance to fight her again, because I actually needed to do it for a very important reason. It was on this very important day 82 that I would finally get my revenge on the spirits that did not want me. Because since I had the Degenerate ability, once I got Ifrit to around half health, I would actually be able to then fuse with him. So that's what I attempted to. It didn't work the first time, so like any normal person, I tried it again. And it worked, and I became the owner of the greater fire spirit Ifrit. And then I tried to do the same thing to Shizue, and it failed, I assume, because I already had Ifrit with me. So after that, I went ahead and actually got some Z's, went to get some sleep, because we're gonna do something that I said we were gonna do on day 83. Remember back when I tried to get a spirit and it didn't work? Well, now I'm going back there now since I have Ifrit with me. Now I have a special ability I can do with Gluttony called Spirit Fusing, and basically, I can forcefully take those spirits and yank them and just throw them together in a conjumble and just make them into a greater spirit and give it to myself, which would improve some of my abilities. So that's what I did, because they didn't want me before. Now I can just do it without their permit. Let me rephrase. So Well, we got another spirit, is what I'm saying. I was able to get a spirit at final. Now, once I did that, we were getting close to the end of the 100 days, and there was only one thing I needed to do, and that was to fight Hinata Sakaguchi. So I went ahead and prepared for that. I went to go get some ice and some other materials because I wanted to make Yamza's ice blade, as well as I went to go kill a couple of Armosauruses so I can make their armor for that knockback resistance, just in case, you know, I need to have as much protection as I can against Hinata. And I also had the mask, the anti-magic mask that I got from Shizue. So with all that, I was able to prepare and be able to fight her on day 100, which it took me from day 84 to day 99 to prepare for this fight. So we were perfect. This was a perfect day 100. So we did cue the fight. I was finally ready to face her. I had all my hearts, my 4 rows of hearts, my full armor, got my abilities, my Yamsa's Ice Blade, endless regeneration. You would think it's gonna be an easy fight. Hell no, it wasn't. She folded me numerous times because that dead end rainbow, it didn't matter how many hearts of health I had. 7 hits, you die. That's it. No, there's no escaping that. So I just had to bear with that, and I just had to keep fighting her. And yeah, after a while, the game just started helping me and spawning me near her every time I died because they knew this was a final battle. And then out of nowhere, she threw me for a freaking loop because she did this little air thing. This thing in the air where it started to do this circle, and I remember back in anime, that shit right there, bad news. You don't want to get hit by that. I remember when she tried to use that, and I was like, wait, is she going to use that on me? No, I can't get hit by that. So as soon as I saw it, I dipped immediately. I thought bringing a shield would work against her dead end rainbow, because then I could avoid the hits. It did not work at all. I would still go to die several times. And shit was freaking fast, like, we was about damn near the same speed, but not really, because she would go left, I would go right, and then we would end up both sideways. Like, I didn't know how this was gonna happen. Like, we was neck and neck, but she was killing me way more than I was her. And she was throwing me way up into the air. I'm like, what ability is that? And then I realized that bitch is just built that strong. Like, how did she launch me, a demon lord, that high in the air? Like, I was able to go to the stratosphere. I saw Jupiter. Like, there's no way I was losing this fight. And then she started healing, and I'm like, wait, don't I have Sever? How is she healing? That's not fair. And then I remembered she is just hacks, because Dead End Rainbow healing, I had literally no possible way of winning unless I did something unthinkable. I lied, I didn't do anything unthinkable. I just kept hitting her again and again until I got a nice pattern going. And then she started to slow down, she started to tire out, right? She was hitting me, she was getting slower, because I had Yamsa's Ice Blade. I was like, yes, the Ice Blade slows her down, so I hit her with that a lot. And then she was still folding me, but then I got in a couple of hits here and there, died, got in a couple more hits here and there, died. She tried to fold me with that little explosion thing. I made sure not to step in that, but it didn't matter because she still killed me even without it, so there was really no point in me to dodge it, but I was still getting hits in here and there. And then I got her stuck in a hole. She got stuck, and I was like, yeah, and then she got out, and I was like, damn, we needed that. That was how we was gonna win. That was it. And we lost our chance. And then she started throwing me in the air again. She got behind me, teleported, but then I threw the shield out. It didn't work. I respawned though, Yamsa's Ice Blade Berserker, and then I had to get her with this last, you know what I'm saying? I had to 1, 2, get her that 1 or 2, and she started healing a little bit too. So I was like, I can't waste time. And she's just strong. She must have had the perceiver skill too, because I hit her a couple times and it did nothing, because she was tanking them hits tremendously. Like, I was doing nothing to her. And then I thought, because I was in the water and I had water manipulation, I had a chance. No, she's fast too. She got it too. Like, that did not help at all. We was on the same playing field everywhere, and she had the anti-magic field up. So I had so many disadvantages. But I was finally able to get her, and I got her skills, and I won the battle after a very long battle that I was losing badly, that I still don't believe I won. I just can respawn. Like, I really lost, to be honest with you, but I for the sake of the 100 days, I won. I sat there, I was able to bask in the winning. I took my armor off towards the end because I was never gonna put that on again. I was finished. And yeah, I went back home and I celebrated. I went ahead and took back the form of a slime, And yeah, so we made it to the 100 days. I fought every single boss except the Ender Dragon, but he would have been too easy if you, bro. Did you see he nodded? That would have just been like me fighting an ant. So I also, it's because I forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't purposely ignore it. I literally forgot about him. But yeah, that's the 100 days, and this is my first 100 days actually. So go easy on me in the comments. This is my first 100 days. I don't really specifically super know how the layout's supposed to be. I just thought, you know, I did what I thought was correct, and from what I've seen from other 100 days that I enjoy watching. And yeah, I just my own take on it. And yeah, if you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, and let me know what you think too in the comments. Also hit that sub button if you enjoyed. I'm trying to hit 1 sub before the end of the year. And yeah, so I enjoyed making this video, and there's more 100 days to come with more anime mods. So I guess I'll see y'all next time. That's really it. Thank you for watching. Peace.